welcome to this edition of Ben TV News Roundup, a major compilation of news story around the week ending. I'm Ayo Ajay. Thank you for joining us. On this episode, we have 3 stories for you, but first on to our introductory report, earning versus cost of living. Have you found yourself in a situation whereby you're spending more than you earn? Does your earning justify your spending, and as a result, has this made you poorer or richer? Does your earning even leave room for savings? We're going to interview a cross-section of people here today and find out how their cost of living is affected by their earnings. Hi, does your cost of living affect your earning? Do you spend more than you earn?
Yeah, sometimes is yes.
Okay. Well, so how much do you earn?
It depends of the, for example, sometimes it's 2,000, sometimes it's 1,500, sometimes it's 1,000 because I'm working as a self-employed. It depends of my client or depends of how many clients I find, and yeah.
Okay, so sometimes you run at a loss, and sometimes you gain some profits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, due to what I earn, I have to spend less, so not really, no.
Oh, so are you able to save from the little you have?
A little bit. Able to handle the money. If I know that I'm on limited money, then I'll handle it.
Unfortunately, all these prices of products goes up, and you can't find money to spend, man, because there's too much stuff that you need in life,
Yeah. What do you do for a living?
That's nothing. I'm praying to God. I hope one day it rains on me.
So how do you currently support yourself?
My parents support me. They look after me. Otherwise, I'm a poor guy. Nobody loves me. I want to win the lottery.
My income is like, as soon as they pay me, I have to pay for my mortgage, pay my daughter's benefit and everything, food and everything.
So basically, at the end of the whole, you're left with little or nothing?
Nothing, trust me, nothing, because I'm ending up at 1,600 a month. If I pay my mortgage, if I pay the rest of the bills, my telephone bills and the rest of the bills in the house, it left about 100, 200 pounds, and that I have to use that to the end of the month, and trust me, it's headache.
Are you taking any measures, or are you thinking of taking any measures to boost your income?
Yeah, I'm trying that, but still, I haven't decided still, because I don't want to hold anyone, the banks or anyone. I want to be free always without not thinking. So I always just manage the little which left in my pocket and to the end of the month. If anything, I can borrow from my sister or my mom or my wife. Other people I borrow money from. Because I don't want to go to the bank, because if you go to the bank, it's like headache. Yeah. They'll be writing letters to you because they can borrow you £100 and later you pay more than £800. Yeah. So I don't want to go into that. Yeah. And the government is not helping. Trust me, the government is not helping. If it's helping, because the government is helping, we the taxpayers, we are working hard. Our salary for over 4 years now, our salary is the same. It's not been increased, but things are just increasing. The prices are just going up and up and up and up. It's like madness. You're working, but you're not enjoying. People are not working, are enjoying. Okay,
so basically you're saying the wage per hour should definitely increase.
Yeah, they have to increase our wages for us, then we can be smiling too. Okay. Like how the people are not working are smiling, because every 2 weeks they'll go to the job center and go and sign on, and they'll get the little one they have. But it's like we are working hardly, just like that, working like madness.
Now, as you've heard from the cross-section of people we've interviewed here today, does your earning justify your spending? And how are you making your cost of living more affordable? Well, until our next news story after this break, don't go away.
I am on the streets of Abuja, the Nigerian Federal Capital Territory, just like any other nation. Nigeria is coping with various challenges, which include socio-economic issues, unemployment, and insecurity.
As we are live to review the first 100 years of our nation. So, by the grace of God, with others, we are alive to review what we have done during the time that we have the opportunity to be in the leadership of this country.
We cannot continue like this as a nation. A time will come when the poor in this country will have nothing to eat but the rich. A time will come, those of us who drive on jeeps, it will become dangerous to even drive those jeeps outside. What happened in Libya is smelling in Nigeria.
In a quest to provide solution to some of these challenges, here comes Project Nigeria.
Welcome back from that news break. On to our next news report on Africa as part of efforts to reduce disaster and risk in Africa. Head of the United Nations Office for Disaster and Risk Reduction, Margaret Wallström, has called for enforcement of building codes and investment over resilient infrastructures which can be applied to prevent the further accumulation of risk. She made this call during a press briefing after the closing ceremony of the 5th Regional Platform for Disaster and Risk Reduction in Abuja, Nigeria. Ben TV's correspondent, LM Chukwemeka, completes the report.
The 5th Regional Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction with a ministerial segment was hosted by the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction in partnership with African Union Commission and National Emergency Management Agency NEMA of Nigeria. A representative of Secretary General for Disaster Risk Reduction, Margaret Wallström, explained that the meeting identified the key priorities for Africa to develop future action plan and further adopt a declaration.
Now, this outcome is the first of 5 regional conferences that are all going to give its input to the preparatory work for the 3rd World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction in Sendai in Japan next year. And in that regard, I would like to say that this is a very strong statement of the issues that impact the future of Africa, but also of other parts of the world. And I think it's fair to say that we are also very pleased with this outcome, which is very helpful as a contribution and will make its footprint into the discussions around the new post-2015 Yoga Framework for Action.
We also expect the heads of states to reconsider and make sure that the units that deal with disasters are placed properly. They get the support they deserve, which includes technical support, financial, and all that will go with it. So,
Director General NEMA, Mr. Sani Sidi, called on African leaders to share experiences and thoughts in order to come up with plans to reduce disaster in Africa.
This indeed has shown that the synergy between African countries can further be strengthened. And we hope that with this conference, it will be the platform, the beginning of greater African integration, regional integration, regional collaboration and cooperation within the African countries.
Africa became the first world region to make a comprehensive set of recommendations for a new United Nations Global Agreement on reducing disaster risk. From Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports for Ben TV News.
Welcome back from that news break. And still in Nigeria, the Imo State Governor Richard Okorocha says it will be given as government's scorecard and achievement in the last 3 years at the Imo International Conference Center in Owerri. The governor disclosed this at the Imo International Conference Center in preparation for its use on the 28th of May, marking his third year in office. The construction of the conference center, which started 2 years ago, is one of his many projects in the state. Ben TV's correspondent Bidemi was at the event.
The 28th of May, I will be addressing the Imo people, what I call State of Imo Address, as I'm speaking out on so many issues, both on leadership and a bit of national issues as it affects our people of Imo State. With that, this is the venue, the new International Conference Center, which has been under construction for the past 2 years. Literally every night, every day, people are working here to get this place ready. But I'm happy they're putting the finishing touches on this. Hopefully, I'm sure by the 28th of May this year, we shall be addressing the people of Imo State on this ground. So I'm here to see to the readiness and preparedness of the Imo International Conference Center, to where I will be making my public address on the 3 years of governance in Imo State and other national issues. Thank you.
And these are all the stories we have for you on this edition of Ben TV News Roundup. Until next week, when we come your way again with major happenings around the world and the capital. Thank you for watching. I'm Ayo Ajay.